Can and my good friend to my left. You are invited. Likewise, everyone listening to us. We had a real good time on Sunday, and this coming Sunday, the menu will be stew beef, battered fish, sweet and sour chicken, vegetable rice, spaghetti and tomato sauce, fig pie, fresh garden salad, and provisions. Also, jazz entertainment. And we also want to remind our listeners that we are available for catering services and packages for the corporate business houses. For more information, you could call 295-5011. That's 295-5011 or 277-4563. or 315-3737. The Sardonyx Restaurant and Bar, the best kept secret on the West Coast. We also want to invite you. You want to do some dancing? You want to really dress out, clacks, long sleeve, air conditioned comfort in an elegant club? Well, we invite you to the North, and that's at Clara House. It's the Lounge. Perfect ambiance, peak at Portsmouth opposite the Ross University. Open nightly, but on the weekends, that's where we break loose. And on this coming Friday, we have the Soca Afrobeat Bouillon Night with selector DJ Urban. And on Saturday night, it's absolutely free once again, and you can come. It's club night, entrance absolutely free. Just come down, have a wonderful time, and dance. And on this coming on Saturday, once again, we'll be having an epic night where you could really come out. Bring your lady, take your lady out, take a drive, just 45 minutes from the capital city. If you're in the north, well, you should know the place opposite Ross University. And on Saturday, the 2nd of July, Spanner Rhythms family present an exquisite Saturday featuring Asha Thomas, Prince Wadix, and DJ Spanner, and other guest DJs. And you can look out for a private session. You could dress exquisitely and win prizes, only $15. That's July 2nd. And the fans and friends, you have been asking for it. You can look out for NBC. Matt, that's the final test I'm going to give you. And if you get this one, I'm giving you $100 just like that. What's the meaning of NBC? Just like that. The meaning of NBC. NBC. $100 going, and I'm giving it to my friend who will give it to you in a while. I'm giving it to my friend, $100 if you can tell me what is the meaning of NBC. Okay, and I'm giving it to my good friend for you. I'm giving you after 10 seconds. If you can't get it, I know Marlene can't give you any clues this time. Her boy Lollipop in trouble this time. NBC. 10, 9, 8, 7, not even a try. 6, 5, 4, 3, $100
up in the air there.
NBC means nothing but Creole.
He had to get me.
Nothing but Creole. That's a Saturday night. Nothing but Creole, and that's coming soon. We will really really bring out the best in Creole music down at the Lounge in Portsmouth. And by the way, a night of Zouk Compa, Kadans Afrobeat, Soukous and more. NBC, nothing but Creole. And we also want to remind you that the Lounge is also available for private functions, receptions, staff parties, press conferences, graduations. And you can contact us at 295-5011. Again, 295-5011 or 277-4563. Okay, so we're heading now to the reggae night, the original reggae night, and that's tonight. Matt, tonight promises to be the epic night. We had a wonderful time. Last week we gave away a few bottles of drinks and the fans were really going crazy. And tonight, reggae night on the beach once again, where the natural elements, sea, water and sand, and reggae music, the beach lit up, and fans normally go real crazy. The natural ambience, the natural setting, and that's at the La Playa, that's on Purple Turtle, and you can afford to miss that tonight. We go until 6 o'clock normally, Matt, 6 o'clock when everybody feel that they should get to work. That's how we do it every Wednesday night. So tonight, once again, you could get closer to nature. The reggae sounds, sweeter, conscious reggae, lovers rock, old school and new school. It's the perfect natural setting on the beach. And Sunday at La Playa is also Sunday Duive. Another thing to look forward to this time at the Lyricon Complex, and we'll be opening on August 3rd, Mark. That's August 3rd. You could look out for It's a Wrap. Simple, everything, it's a will be a wrap, and that's it. You could have your delicious Caribbean cuisine in a wrap. So we'll be opening this complex and this facility August 3rd. So we folks in the Massac, Canefield area, as far as Mao, even the capital city, And the folks at the call center, look out for It's a Rap coming August 3rd. And that's at the Lyricon Complex, Canefield Industrial Site, where good food and just a rap is absolutely pleasurable, where we take dining and eating to a different level. So once again, later today at the Sardonyx Restaurant and Bar on the Mero Highway, you can't afford to miss that. And if we are very lucky, we should have some wonderful sunset down there where you could just have a lovely view of the Mero Beach. In the distance, Banky Banks from Prince of Darkness fame will be passing through with Ras Jubari.
About what time?
That is what we live in it for. So you just have to come down, and at any time he will just surprise you with the legendary Ras Jubari. Do you know who is Ras Jubari?
Yes, man. Angie.
Ras Jubari will be coming down with Banky Banks tonight, so you can look forward to get some autographs, and he may just do an acapella for you of that special one, Prince of Darkness. So that's it from my end, Matt. Once again, you're invited. Eat all you can this coming Sunday.
Before you go, just aside there, I'm hearing that there's a big opening tonight of the...
Well, it's a launch. It's the launch of the World Creole Music Festival, and that will be taking place at the Anchorage Hotel. And the much talked about vacant position of the events coordinator has now been filled, and fans can come down and actually get a chance to meet her down at the Anchorage Hotel tonight. The lineup for this year 2016.
I heard her this morning and yesterday. I love her approach.
Well,
all inclusive.
Well, yes. Well, what has happened is she kind of opened up all the service sectors to the general public, so people can now apply, and I guess the best and most comfortable requests will be adhered to. So it's an open policy, and let's see how it works. But the most important thing is we have signed the CSME treaty where we can have movement of people, movement of professionalism, and this is one of the situations where a non-Dominican will be head of that particular department. So the most important thing for me is once we bring the culture to the next level. I'm a cultural patriot. That's what I call myself. I was given the highest award for culture in Dominica. So as long as the culture can move to the next level, as long as we can continue to inculcate and bring about a broad spectrum where we can move the culture and cultural industries to a different level, I have absolutely no problem. And let's give the lady an opportunity to see what she has. You could invite her to the hot seat. Marketing is a strength, and so she's very eloquent. And you could hear the plans for the World Creole Music Festival, and give the hot seat listeners an opportunity to hear from her and meet her, and it will be a wonderful experience. So once again, it's Sardonyx, Banky Banks later. Eat all you can this coming Sunday. You can't afford to miss it. And Matt, from all reports, you have clarified everything.
Yes.
And I will say it now that Lennox Linton, the opposition leader, wants to take on myself and you.
In what?
Well, it's certainly. I will not challenge him in politics.
Maybe in talk.
I will not challenge none of you. I will not challenge none of you in journalism. But if it's music, I will bury the portfolio. And with that, I will leave you and your cemetery business to take care of it. Yes. I will not take you on in politics. I will not take you on in journalism.
Yes.
But if it's music, I will send both of all you to one of those cemeteries, and that's where I live. And besides that, I will not take you out of the block, I will not take you out of the concrete, I will not take you out of Paris Williams sand and stones.
This one for you this morning. Just relax before we come back. Thank you, Banks. Passing through Dominica as we speak.
The Prince of Darkness walks behind me. But he will never, 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 never control me. Today I live a life of sorrow.
carrying my cross every day, huh?
Show me the right, guide me safely through the night.
All the conscious brothers out there,
Show me the light.
all the patriots out there.
Take my hand and lead me through the fire. The iron hand that used to bend and shape me will always find new ways and means to crush me. But all in peril is not lost, for every man must carry his cross. I'm carrying my cross, carrying my cross, carrying my cross. Wisdom, show me the right, guide me safely through the night. Wisdom, show me the light. Take my hand and lead me through the fire.
Sierra Gachette, from your mom and dad, happy birthday this morning.
Of your sister, my path is clear towards the goals I'm destined. For all in peril is not lost, and every man must carry his cross. I'm carrying my cross, carrying my cross, carrying my cross. Wisdom, show me the right,
Ivy Prosper,
guide me.
up there in Lapland from your son, Algernon, the gallery, and the rest of the family. Happy birthday.
Wisdom, show me the light. Take my hand.
Eugenia and William Thomas, happy anniversary. Greetings coming from the entire family.
Every use of public funds won't scare me.
And from Sandra
Your
and
frauds
family,
and plans can distress me.
congratulations, happy anniversary.
For when your evil work is done, just like the morning sun, I'll come carrying my cross.
People enjoying this one day,
My cross.
they're even asking for valleys
My
of
cross.
all fears.
Wisdom, show me the right, guide me safely through the night. Wisdom, show me the light.
Somebody says they're dedicating this song to
Take my hand and lead.
leader of the Opposition United Workers Party, Mr. Linton.
Show me the love.
Precious Bible, lead me through the fire.
Catherine Francis, Mr. and Mrs. Francis Jason,
Show me the light. Take my hand, guide me through.
Catherine Francis, happy birthday from the entire family. I think I'm gonna do this one again. My phone is buzzing with activity because of this. This song that was just played was, so inspired me this morning. Let's have it again one more time, Banky, and we'll come back to talk, okay? We'll come back to that one. 449-3095, 449-3096. Get ready to talk when we come back. Here's what's buzzing my phone again. Can you believe that? It's no panty day today. Can you believe that? Another day has been created to celebrate. This time is no panty day. What does that mean?
me. Today I live a life of sorrow, working for the joys of a bright tomorrow. Carrying my cross, carrying my cross, carrying my cross. Wisdom, show me the right. Guide me safely through the night. Wisdom, show me the light. Take my hand and lead me through the fire. The iron hand that used to bend and shape me will always find new ways and means to crush me. But all in peril is not lost, for every man must carry his cross. I'm carrying my cross, carrying my cross, carrying my cross. Wisdom, show me the right. Guide me safely through the night. Wisdom, show me the light. Take my hand and lead me through the fire. Now that I know the structure of your system, my path is clear towards the goals I'm destined. For all in peril is not lost, and every man must carry his cross. I'm carrying my cross, carrying my cross, carrying my cross.
Free talk, more data. Digicel. Experience the all-new Digicel talk and data plan. Get more data with unlimited talk right now with Digicel. Get 500 megabytes of data with free talk for 7 days for only $25. Now you can enjoy data with free talk. Yes, talk and data plans that cater to your needs. Now at Digicel. Digicel terms and conditions apply. Digicel. Be extraordinary.
As you take the next step in your academic journey, you may need help paying for your education expenses. The National Bank of Dominica Education Loan will help you fund your education, whether locally, regionally, or internationally. Talk to us. Learn more about our competitive interest rates and other great features and benefits. Find out how you can qualify. Visit us or call 255-2300 today and have the life you want with an NBD education loan. Visit our website, like us on Facebook.
NBD Bank Corporation, National Bank Dominica, make banking easy, yeah, yeah. Easy, yeah, yeah.
Some days it's wet, and some days it's just sizzling hot. Summer and hurricane season. So many projects and so little money. Get ready for the biggest free day clearance sale ever on construction and building materials at Max Roy Trading. Starting Wednesday 29th June to Friday 1st July. Max Roy Trading in Fokole is giving 15 to 50% off on selected items. Take advantage of this free day clearance sale and save some money. Max Roy Trading, your foundation to building success.
NCCU pays you back in our $1 million rebate campaign. Members who paid their loans well in 2015 will receive money back. Check your account for your portion of the big rebates. It certainly pays to be a member, as NCCU pays you back. We're putting $1 million back into members' pockets. Not yet a member? Join the NCCU today. Left the family? NCCU wants to welcome you home. Visit a NCCU branch today. Thank you, members.
If you're the one paying for college, Shouldn't you be spending your hard-earned money on an associate degree that is internationally recognized and does not cost you a fortune? That's right. Right now, you can earn a fully accredited and internationally recognized CXC or CAPE associate degree with Lit Institute for much less than what it costs to study abroad or anywhere in Dominica. Degrees available in business, economics, accounting, entrepreneurship, information and communication technology, law, natural sciences, environmental science, and tourism. So do yourself a favor and get the CAPE Advantage. Register anytime before June the 30th and qualify for even lower tuition. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead. Call 276-8548 or 440-3257 or email lidinstitute@hotmail.com or visit www.lidinstitute.dm. The Lid Institute CAPE Advantage. A better degree, a better life.
Dominica, we're back here. Carlisle John Baptist is on the other line, standing by. I got so many phone calls last night. I was wondering what was really going on. People were talking about an altercation. Somebody's calling my phone. Wrong timing, my brother. You ought to call me back, okay? Yes. An altercation at a funeral on Tuesday last evening, which have resulted in one individual being detained at police headquarters. I've since learned that this person was bailed at the police station last night. Carlisle John Baptist, mass in the cemetery, it appears, has the full story. They've been doing some investigations. But what have you heard, Carlisle, from your sources? Because everybody seemed concerned. It seems unusual that somebody would be arrested right after a funeral. Carlisle, you there? Carlisle? I suspect I lost Carlisle. I have to re-engage Carlisle there for a moment. Stick around. I've lost Carlisle there for a while. But from what we're getting from mass in the cemetery, details are sketchy at this time, but from what we understood, and I'm quoting them, pandemonium broke out at the funeral of a lady in Dominica, a family member. Sources tell us that a member of the family of the deceased was engaged in what may have been a shouting match with the head of the church in Goodwill, who is also said to be related to the deceased. It continues that the individual who was engaged in the confrontation with the said priest, Miss Fran Robin, is his cousin, who recently made headlines when she revealed on social media that the priest was involved in some inappropriate behavior. We're going to try to get Mr. John Baptist on the line at this time. We're back with Carlisle John Baptist. Are you there, Carlisle?
Matt, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to your many listeners. God bless. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Carlisle, you seem in a very good mood this morning there, huh?
I am always in a good mood, Matt. I slept well. I woke up healthy, and my children are doing fine. I give God thanks and praises for yet another beautiful day, my brother.
John Baptist, unusual arrest following a funeral yesterday. What did you hear?
But let me give you the what I have heard thus far.
All right.
I was in town last evening. A lot of when I did my exercises, etc., my referees. And so I followed up on that situation. This lady, you know, there was a funeral yesterday at the St. Alphonsus Catholic Church yesterday. And so they went to the burial ground at the Roseau, that is the cemetery in Roseau. And this lady was burying her mother. She came on Saturday at from New York, she and her husband and family members, etc. The allegation is that this lady, they are alleging that this lady poked a Haitian individual who was taking care of her mother. And listen to me well, Matt. The police, the allegation was made by somebody. But the police got a warrant in the first instant. And a warrant is in the first instant means that wherever they see you, instantly you are arrested. So they got a warrant signed by a magistrate in the first instant and went to the cemetery where the lady was burying her mom and her husband was also there and arrested her. And guess what? Do you know who pointed out the lady to the police? Inquiry minds want to know Matthias Pelty Jr. and Dominicans. We will leave that alone. But some prominent Dominican individual who was at the cemetery used the funeral program, and told the police, look her over there, look her, go and arrest her. That individual is noted, is a top brass in the Dominica Labour Party. Okay? The police arrested the lady and her husband, a warrant mat in the first instant for simple battery, allegedly. Simple battery. Because they're alleging that the lady poked the Haitian, because the Haitian was looking after her mom. If I poke you, is that enough for you to get a warrant to arrest me? A warrant in the first instant? What an abuse of the process of the laws in Dominica. And so...
And you know, I'm finding out this morning that churches and sacred grounds are called sanctuaries out of respect for those spiritual places. You don't arrest people there. You wait until they leave the area.
But not only that, that was cemetery. But not only that, you know, they have not investigated the matter yet. A report was made. You've not investigated the matter. You go and you get a warrant in the first instant to embarrass those individuals, the lady and her husband. You arrest them in the cemetery. Not a poke, and you arrest them in the cemetery. She's burying her mother together with her husband. You embarrass her there. She's fainted, brought her to police headquarters. They had to go and get a magistrate last night to grant the lady and her husband bail. Is that what we are coming to in this Commonwealth of Dominica? Maguisa. Is that what we are coming to? Is that what we are coming to? And they don't want me, Carlisle John Baptist, to speak because I am going to the Catholic Church. I should not speak. I will speak. I shall speak. I will not be muzzled. I shall not be muzzled. Not by them. Not by them. Not by no one. And those who want to talk, let them talk. But this cannot be right in this country.
It seems that there is a little more, because I don't want to get into it because I want to investigate a little more. That a statement has since been released by Fran Williams Robin,
I have seen that statement. My understanding is that she was trying to reach me last night. I was in the comfort of my home taking care of my 7-year-old daughter, so I was not able to leave. It was raining. But by all means, if she wants to speak with me, by all means, I'm readily available for her to speak with me. I have seen what it is said is a statement by her. I cannot authenticate it.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is out in the public domain. Those who have eyes to see, let them see. And I hope that it will be investigated like all other priests. I hope it will also be investigated like all other priests. Let the chips fall where they have to fall. I am saying that what happened yesterday cannot be right for us in Dominica. But if the lady did anything wrong, by all means investigate it. If she put her hands on the Haitian lady, she is wrong. If she had a fight with the Haitian lady, she is wrong. By all means investigate it. But you're telling me you quickly, before you even investigate the matter, you found it fitting to get a warrant in the first instance to go to the cemetery. You don't know the person. The lady and her husband was pointed out by a prominent person, always on the Labour Party platform speaking.
Wasn't her husband, Kalil, a former police officer?
Excuse me? If he is a former police officer, I don't know, Matt. I don't know. All I can tell you, though, and I can confirm to you, is that the lady and her husband, I can confirm that for a fact. You can take it to any bank and get a big loan. They have made complaints to His Lordship, the Bishop, on certain things which they feel they are not happy about a certain individual. They have made certain comments. They've spoken to the Bishop. The Bishop, I can also confirm to you, has spoken to that particular individual who has vehemently refuted all those allegations. I can tell you that for a fact. So, let us see these latest events. Let us see what will happen. I am not pointing fingers at anybody. I am not at all casting aspersion at anyone. All I am saying is investigate. And if you have found anyone wanting, let the chips fall where they have to fall, like anyone else in society. And I'm saying what happened yesterday, Matt, ought not to have happened. A warrant in the first instance. By now today, Matt, if the lady poked or whatever, you go to the lady and you investigate the matter. You deal with the matter in a very civil way. You find out, you receive statement, you get statements from individuals, and then if you have to prosecute, by all means you prosecute. But instead, you're taking a high-handed approach. You get in a warrant in the first instance. Go into the cemetery where the lady is burying her mother. The lady fainted yesterday, Matt. She fainted and she had to receive police escort to the Princess Margaret Hospital. That is where she was. I mean, is this right? Is this just in society? Is this moral? Is this ethical? What are we doing in Dominica? But then again, brother man,
Kalil, we're going to stay on top of that story. And if by instance you get the lady's number this morning, give me a call. I'd like to have a talk with her.
Definitely, I will.
Thank you very much, brother. We're going to come right back. We're going to come right after this.
Free talk, more data, Digicel. Experience the all-new Digicel talk and data plan. Get more data with unlimited talk right now with Digicel. Get 500 megabytes of data with free talk for 7 days for only $25. Now you can enjoy data with free talk. Yes, talk and data plans that cater to your needs. Now at Digicel. Digicel terms and conditions apply. Digicel, be extraordinary.
As you take the next step in your academic journey, you may need help paying for your education expenses. The National Bank of Dominica Education Loan will help you fund your education, whether locally, regionally, or internationally. Talk to us. Learn more about our competitive interest rates and other great features and benefits. Find out how you can qualify. Visit us or call 255-2300 today and have the life you want with an NBD education loan. Visit our website, like us on Facebook.
National Bank Dominica, make banking easy, easy,
Some days it's wet, and some days it's just sizzling hot. Summer and hurricane season. So many projects and so little money. Get ready for the biggest free day clearance sale ever on construction and building materials at Max Roy Trading, starting Wednesday 29th June to Friday 1st July. Max Roy Trading in Fokole is giving 15 to 50% off on selected items. Take advantage of this free day clearance sale and save some money. Max Roy Trading, your foundation to building success.
NCCU pays you back in our $1 million rebate campaign. Members who paid their loans well in 2015 will receive money back. Check your account for your portion of the big rebates. It certainly pays to be a member as NCCU pays you back. We're putting $1 million back into members' pockets. Not yet a member? Join the NCCU today. Left the family? NCCU wants to welcome you home. Visit a NCCU branch today. Thank you, members.
If you're the one paying for college, shouldn't you be spending your hard-earned money on an associate degree that is internationally recognized and does not cost you a fortune? That's right. Right now, you can earn a fully accredited and internationally recognized CXC or CAPE associate degree with Lit Institute for much less than what it costs to study abroad or anywhere in Dominica. Degrees available in business, economics, accounting, entrepreneurship, information and communication technology, law, natural sciences, environmental science, and tourism. So do yourself a favor and get the CAPE Advantage. Register anytime before June the 30th and qualify for even lower tuition. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead. Call 276-8548 or 440-3257 or email lidinstitute@hotmail.com or visit www.lidinstitute.dm. The Lid Institute CAPE Advantage. A better degree, a better life.
Dominica, get ready for Caribbean Hype. Caribbean Hype 246. 4 flags represented, but it's all about one beer. July 16th, 2016. Newtown Savannah from 5 p.m. till Caribbean Hype 246. On the lineup, Dominica's #1 booyah band, Triple K Global. Triple K Global. Ecstasy Band. Music juggling by DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Slim out of Trinidad. International soca artist Flippo.
Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
That's all I'm asking. Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
Jamming hard.
And second star. Second star. DJ Triplin the Voice and Lord Hype out of Barbados. King Bubba. King Bubba.
This is King Bubba.
Out of Antigua, DJ Crown Prince. All backed up by Triple K Band. Admission $45 at the gate, $30 in advance with proof of purchase of 6 Caribbean, $35 without. VIP $130 all inclusive. Sponsored by Smirnoff Electric, Johnny Walker, Ciroc Vodka. Tickets available at Whitchurch main office in Rosal. Contact 255-1120 for more info. Saturday, July 16th, all roads lead to Newtown Savannah for the Caribbean Hype. Drinking responsibly is what matters. This all powered by Get a Sound. Partners Flow, Fortune Hotel, Carry FM, Ardent Sound. Ready for Carib High, Carib High, Carib High. See you there. NCCU NCCU pays you back in our $1 million rebate campaign. Members who paid their loans well in 2015 will receive money back. Check your account for your portion of the big rebates. It certainly pays to be a member, as NCCU pays you back. We're putting $1 million back into members' pockets. Not yet a member? Join the NCCU today. Left the family? NCCU wants to welcome you home. Visit a NCCU branch today. Thank you, members.
I know you're dying to comment on what went on yesterday, aren't you, huh? We'll take a pause until talk on the block, okay? I did promise you a return of Lennox Linton on the Marigot issue, especially in light of this statement.
And from the onset, I really would like to make it clear that I'm not one to politicize such an important sector, such an important service as the health service. We know they say in the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. The health of anybody is the wealth of anybody, because without a well-able body, it's almost impossible to do anything to advance yourself. So it's unfortunate. I want to say that the ministry maybe would have fallen short a bit in terms of making the information available to the public at that point in time when the mold was discovered and updating the public accordingly. Although I was informed, it was reported to me that they did have the ways and means, of reporting to the community themselves, people who come for the service, etc., to let them know what was going on. But I think at that point in time, way back then, a couple of weeks ago, when all of this happened, that a public service announcement would have been nice to inform the and not just the Marigot community, because as I said, they would have the ways and means of sharing information in the community, but the nation by extension as to what was going on. The health team and of course the entire health team would have put their shoulders to the wheel and started looking for various options for the immediate, meaning they would have identified a couple facilities, a couple properties that maybe would have been available for lease. So then service could have been moved back to Marigot proper, recognizing, as I said, the importance of having the service back in Marigot proper. So all of this, as I said, was done recognizing the importance of having this service in Marigot proper. So to politicize this issue, I think really is nothing more than just mischief making.
Lennox Linton, you heard it yesterday, you're hearing it again today. What do you make of the health minister's statement?
It causes my blood to boil, Matt. And it causes my blood to boil because you don't play with the people of Marigot, the decent, dignified people of Marigot. You don't play them for fools. You don't take their deep belief and commitment to what is true, what is right, and what is just. You don't take their patience for granted. You don't take the way in which they have honorably and honestly sat back and waited on the government to deliver on their legitimate expectations for a hospital that has been in the community for more than 100 years, and one that serves 25% of the population and the accident and emergency needs arising out of the operations of the national airport at Melville Hall. When the people see the demise of their facility for which the government is responsible, and for which the government uses the taxpayers' money to ensure, or is supposed to use the taxpayers' money to ensure that the facility is adequately staffed, that the physical plant is properly maintained, etc., etc. And when they see, as a result of failures with those responsibilities, the hospital has to be closed down and they express concerns, you do not treat their concerns like some sort of by the way event in the comedy of clowns that the politics of the Labour Party has become in Dominica. And so I was forced into reflection on what I was hearing from the minister yesterday as the parliamentary representative for the Marigot constituency. And I remembered that this gentleman, Kenneth Daru, came into the responsibility of Minister of Health and the Environment in December of 2014. Months before that, the hospital at Marigot had been shut down indefinitely for termite infestation. So Dr. Daru came into the position of Minister of Health, knowing that urgent attention was needed for the Marigot Hospital, because the hospital at the time had been relocated to the basement and it was cramped, the space was tight. He himself, as a medical practitioner, had he visited and made his own independent assessment, would have concluded, I am sure, that this is not a place that was fit for the kind of care that we want to be giving, or we are committed to be giving, to the people of the area. So December of 2014, he becomes the minister. The government at the time had a commitment that was publicly stated that they were going to build a new hospital in Marigot. So he comes in December. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Nothing from the minister about the Marigot Hospital. In November of 2015, I posed a question to him in the Parliament. His response is dated the 11th of December 2015. And in that response to the question, will the minister responsible for health and the environment inform this Honorable House the precise date for the commencement of construction of the new Marigot Hospital and the estimated completion date? You heard the question, Matt? Will the Honorable Minister for Health and the Environment inform this Honorable House the precise date for the commencement of construction of the new Marigot Hospital and the estimated completion date? A very simple question. When are you going to start with construction? When are you expecting to finish the construction of the new Marigot Hospital? Neither question was answered. Two-part question, neither part of the question was answered. But the minister proceeded to give a long hallelujah 3-page response. You know when people are trying to fool you? You know when people are trying to play in your brains?
They think you're stupid.
They think you're stupid. So he answers. And in the answer, it says, following a decision by cabinet to construct the new Marigot Hospital. In other words, we had a cabinet decision by this government to construct a new hospital at Marigot. It says they appointed a steering committee. They gave them the mandate to ensure that the plans for the development and advancement of the project are put in place. The committee has met and, among other things, has proposed activities and timelines for the implementation of the project. So far, so good, Matt?
Very good.
Overall, however, a time frame of approximately 2 years has been proposed for the construction of the new Marigot Hospital, from development of the design brief to the handing over of the completed facilities. So he is saying in this response, although he doesn't know when they're going to start, that once they complete the design brief for the hotel, at that point, it should take 2 years to hand over the hospital. So later on, we will see what is happening with this design brief. Because remember, Kenneth Daru came into office and met $1.9 million in the budget for the renovation of the Marigot Hospital. Mr. Daru tells us, after he met $1.9 million in the budget for renovation and did nothing, Mr. Daru tells us, as a first step and possible alternative for the construction of the new Marigot Hospital, an assessment of the current site was requested from the Ministry of Public Works to include a structural assessment and an estimate for a major renovation to the building. The report concluded that the facilities would require extensive repairs to the tune of $2.9 million. So what the experts in the ministry are saying to the government is that for you to repair that facility at Marigot, it's going to cost you $2.9 million. So the report recommended that the best way forward would be for the construction of a completely new building, meaning you have to take out the one that is there and build something brand new, as it is very possible that the cost of renovation would increase dramatically as works progress and unseen issues would be discovered. So the government had decided way back that it is a new Marigot Hospital that we were going to get. So renovation at 1.9 million gave way under the watch of Kenneth Daru to a new hospital, for which he only was able to secure a commitment from the government in the budget of $1 million, 100,000 of which would be spent in this financial year. So he says that the steering committee was proposing 3 sites. They were going to look at 3 sites which were proposed, by the district health team. They were going to look at the current location, the Marigot Foundation High School, and the former St. Andrews High School. So those sites were visited by members of staff of the Lands and Surveys Division, the senior architect, and the architect in the Ministry of Public Works and Ports on July of 2015. So you see how far back we go. We're in July 2015, and you have a site, the sites that have been considered are visited. And then we're told by Mr. Daru that timelines were set by the steering committee in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Works and Ports as follows. So timelines were set for the site selection, timelines were set for the survey plans for the site, timelines were set for the scope and the design brief, and we learned later that that was done. They prepared, the district health team submitted the scope for the project, and a preliminary design brief was prepared by the Ministry of Public Works and Ports. So now you have a design brief and you have a scope of works. But we had been told that the brief is expected to be further updated as it is reviewed by the Ministry of Public Works and Ports in preparation for the development of the design. Why am I focusing on this? I'm focusing on this to show you the merry-go-round that they have the people of Marigot on. Remember, they're not going to get to construction until they complete the design. But look at the amount of time it is taking them to complete the design. And they tell us 1 year was proposed from site selection to tendering for the project, and 2 years for construction of the facility. So between the time that you select the site and you tender for the project, that's 1 year. And then after that, it will take you 2 years. So that's 3 years in all. But earlier, in response to the same question, he told us that a time frame of approximately 2 years has been proposed for the construction of the new hospital, from the development of the design brief to the handing over the completed facilities. You see how the goalposts keep shifting. You see how we're on the merry-go-round. And on this merry-go-round now, we cannot get to the stage where the design brief becomes a final brief that is approved by anybody. But you know what is significant? Nowhere in this answer can Kenneth Daru tell you what he did for the entire year from December when he was appointed Minister of Health, and therefore the man responsible for the hospital serving 25% of the population and charged with meeting the accident and emergency care needs arising out of the operations of the Melville Hall Hospital, Melville Hall Airport. This man can tell you nothing at all that he did to push this project forward. He refers to work, the circular work of a committee and personnel between his ministry and the Ministry of Communications and Ports that are just going around in circles. And he reports it here with no definite times on anything, loose, non-specific suggestions about when it will happen, forcing us to conclude that it was never the intention for it to happen at all. And so he concludes, while the plans for the construction of New Margaret Hospital continue, a proposal, and this is December of 2015, that's more than 6 months ago. A proposal for the minor upgrade renovation for the Margaret Hospital has been suggested in the face of the proposed new national hospital project funded by the government of the People's Republic of China. So we have a new dimension now. You have a new hospital coming up, national hospital. So in light of that, some minor upgrade is being proposed for the Margaret Hospital. And the scale, scope, and estimates for the minor but urgent repairs. So back then, the repairs were urgent. You get my point, Matt? Mm-hmm. The repairs were urgent and were currently being prepared in consultation with Technical Services Division of the Ministry of Public Works. The budget for the new Margaret Hospital for the 2015-2016 financial year is $100,000. Requests for approval of the scope and estimates will be presented shortly. You see this answer? This answer is confirmation of the mockery that this government is making of the people of Margaret and surrounding communities that have a legitimate expectation in light of the closure of the hospital. There will be a new facility that properly takes care of the health care needs of the people of the area and meets the accident and emergency requirements arising from the operations of the Melville Hall Airport. This is the demand of the people of Margaret. You see, when they speak, what happens? The minister comes and trashes their concerns as though they don't matter and they don't count. So he can tell you, he can almost like reduce it to some, as I said, some event in the clown show of the politics of Labour Party.
But stop there, Lennox. I saw some information last week, still trying to confirm, and I think I heard you spoke about it briefly at the vigil, that there was a statement from the Prime Minister in the UK to shift the hospital. Is that?
Yeah, the Prime Minister indicated in the UK, from what I saw on social media, that 1.5 million had been spent on relocating the hospital. And there was no issue. So that's what he said. Nobody has come to clarify or to say anything different. And the public officials involved in this, the minister, continue to play games and think they can run rings around the people of Margaret and buy themselves time. In the meantime, the police have beefed up their presence in Margaret. The police are seeking to escalate the concerns that the people have into some war with the people of Margaret for demanding a new hospital now and demanding proper arrangements be put in place for the alternate facility while the proper medical facility is being constructed. And I keep saying that Margaret people have no argument with the police. Margaret people are wondering why is it that the police are seeking to intimidate and harass them, simply because they are demanding from the government that is responsible for the hospital, a proper facility in light of the closure. And this harassment, Matt, is becoming a matter of grave concern right around Dominica, because it is not just Marigot people who are being harassed. It is everybody who feels that the behavior, the conduct, the performance of this government is unacceptable, and they will speak about it. Even people who are connected to the Roosevelt Skerrit cabal, like the Monsignor in the Catholic Church who is accused of these things. And the media must not be scared, Matt, to say that a national of Dominica living in the diaspora, living overseas, has made allegations of improper conduct by a priest in Dominica, which allegations the priest has been denying. I don't know why the media seems to be so scared of reporting to the people of Dominica the news that is emerging from the ebb and flow of life in the society of Dominica.
But they reported it.
You had an incident.
With Father Reggie some time ago.
Well, yeah.
They reported it.
Yeah, but they reported it. You have an incident at a funeral, in the cemetery portion of the funeral. Police are arresting somebody. It would appear because that person has offended a Catholic priest who is a member of the Skerrit cabal.
You have no doubt about that.
No, but man, I have no doubt about that. I mean, Monsignor Eustace Thomas, in my view, that's my opinion, Monsignor Eustace Thomas is a member of the Roosevelt Skerrit cabal. And the only reason why that poor husband and wife who came down to bury a member of their family could have ended up in police custody last night, arrested, and had to be bailed for simple battery. Simple battery. And you heard Carl, I said it was some poke. In other words, a touch, a push. And you end up being in police custody for that. Because, and we have to say it, it's because the person appears to have offended Father Eustace Thomas. Didn't you get a letter here, Matt Peltier?
I do. I did.
Before Q95 said anything about Eustace Thomas, didn't you get a letter from him asking you to cease and desist? Cease and desist.
Before I received the letter.
Yeah, cease and desist from what?
I was shocked. I didn't know.
So in the news media that I understood and I grew up in years ago, the public has a right to know what is it the minister of religion, the Catholic priest, is asking you to cease and desist from in a letter from his attorneys. The public has a right to know that. What is he asking you to cease and desist from that you have not yet shared with the public?
I don't know.
All right? So almost as though it has never happened before that any allegation or accusation of improper conduct has been made against any Catholic priest. So all of a sudden, accusations emerge against this priest, and heaven is falling down in Dominica. The sky is falling, and the Gestapo tactics of the Roosevelt Skerrit administration go into action to the point where people are being arrested at a funeral service in the cemetery. These, by the way, are Dominicans living overseas. We have to concern ourselves with the message that we are sending to Dominicans overseas who may have an issue with the way government is running in Dominica, or who may have criticisms of the conduct and the professional conduct and behavior of certain individuals who are aligned and are clearly supportive of the Roosevelt Skerrit administration. So diaspora brothers and sisters need to ask themselves some questions, because Frances and Lennox Robin must at this point be asking themselves, do I return to this country where I can be treated in the manner that I was treated yesterday? And similarly, our diaspora brothers and sisters who are listening to this are asking themselves similar questions. And then the world is asking, if you are treating your own like that, why would we want to come to your country as tourists? We have to be careful what we're doing in Dominica. I keep warning the police that this nonsense that you're doing forgetting your professional obligations and pandering to the political whims and fancies of Roosevelt Skerrit is not helping our country, it is hurting our country. And we have to pause at this point, Matt, because what happened yesterday afternoon is very, very dangerous because of the signal it sends to our own living overseas who bond with us, who relate with us, who are connected with us, who take care of things for us in Dominica, who expose us to how things are done better in the outside world. That is how we are building the relationship, and that is how we want to get Dominica to the point where it is the best place to live, the best place to work, and the best place to enjoy life. It must involve the input and the direct participation of our brothers and sisters overseas, who, especially those who have done well for themselves, who have distinguished themselves professionally in various fields, and are available to help us in Dominica. But they are not going to do that if we have embarked on a pattern of behavior where people aligned to the government are able to issue instructions for them to be brutalized and for them to be embarrassed. And this business of harassing decent, law-abiding citizens here in Dominica or citizens who live abroad is unacceptable, and it must stop. We ourselves in the parliamentary opposition are undergoing our fair share of harassment, and we are calling for an end to it. You cannot continue to pay people to harass me and other members of the opposition, especially the duly elected members of the parliament, and expect that we and the people who support us are going to sit quietly and just watch it happen. I do not have any other country to go to. This is where I was born. And this business of importing...
You've been harassed in recent times now?
Yeah, man. I've been harassed all the time. There's this gentleman, his name is Charlie Jung. He has made it his business to come to Dominica, not to do professional political work for his party that is paying him. The government pays him over $100,000, and he believes that that gives him the right to harass individual members of the opposition.
Give me a specific example. Then.
No, the guy is using a whole set of fake social media identities to go after people like myself. He has even gotten into the surveillance footage of the port to post social media pictures with me and my wife leaving Dominica.
You're joking.
Nobody's there, man. It's on social media. I've seen it. And he's being paid by the government to do that. And I'm saying that this nonsense that Charlie Jung is doing in Dominica, paid by Roosevelt Skerrit, it is going to come to an end because we don't like it. And you're not going to subject me in Dominica to that sort of nonsense in the country where I was born, especially as a duly elected member of the Parliament of Dominica. I have issued a warning. It will be the first warning, and it will also be the last warning. But I'm not taking it. If you come to live among us, understand that you owe us good manners. That is all. We don't say you cannot come, but the nonsense you're involved in, it comes to an end, because there will be retaliations, no doubt about that. There will be retaliations. And this state that Roosevelt Skerrit believes he wants to plunge the country into and then run away to England when he has issued instructions for mayhem to happen behind his back. We're not playing with that either, you know. We're not playing with that. We are going to lead Dominica to a better place because we have the capacity to do that. Even in the circumstances where Roosevelt Skerrit believes we, the members of the parliament on the opposition side, we must not survive, we must not eat bread. Those of us who are senators with skills in certain areas, we have been appointed senator. The senators are working, doing everything else. Our senators can't find jobs. Our opposition people as candidates who ran for us can't find things to do either because they've been victimized and they've been discriminated against. And this is our country. And where the injustice becomes a way of life, resistance will become the duty of the people.
I'll tell you what.
It's not going to be otherwise than that, because we will not sit back and watch it happen.
Charlie John, you have been instructed to stay away from the
Leave us alone.
Opposition there. Opposition
do
leader.
your propaganda for the Labour Party, for which Roosevelt's carrot pays you over $100,000. Leave us alone.
You know, one time from St. Kitts, some colleague there, somebody, and I said it on the radio, says that Charlie Jones operates in the sewer.
Nobody can do that in St. Kitts. He will not be allowed to do it in Dominica indefinitely and get away with it. That is my word this morning, and I want to be crystal clear.
Be so
advised. I want
advised.
everybody to help to hear me loud and clear. Be guided accordingly.
All right, let's take a few phone calls. We have a few more minutes, 8 more minutes to be more exact, and we'll wrap it up with the opposition leader with a stern warning this morning to Charlie John. All right, 449-3095. You don't have too much time. 309596 and 97 616 4257 and 305 432 9624. All right, let's take a phone call. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Matt.
Yes.
And of course to your guest, good morning.
Yes,
morning, sir. Morning.
Good morning. The answer, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, the case has been made. I don't know that the case can be made any better. What has to happen is about active involvement, active resistance by the people. Keynote: it will be peaceful, but we will be actively involved, and we must never stop until we achieve our end. Our eyes must remain on the prize. And in the case of when I say Marigot Hospital, I am clearly speaking about the hospital located in Marigot, because that hospital is equally the Wesley Hospital, the Kalibishi Hospital. So, we understand that. So, I am saying, as far as that is concerned, we have to continue the pressure, the protest, the peaceful protest that we have started with the involvement, the active involvement of the people. We have to continue to do it. We clearly do not have the organization of the unions. So we have to focus on even using some of the tactics, the techniques or the tactics of the unions that have been used in the past, that have been peaceful, but in fact they're designed to show the government in this case that the people will make certain that they are engaged, whether it means that we have to have multiple protest actions at the same time on the same day in multiple places, to ensure that the police is caught up in 3-4. Let them spend money and keep the guy going on the road. That's the way we will take on these people and ensure that we get in turn what we are looking for. Have a good morning. Bye.
Have a good morning to you. Hello.
Honorable Lennox, Matt, and the listening public, good morning.
Yes, morning.
Rain. It would be wise to publish Charlie John picture. Let everybody know who he is. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, morning.
Yes.
Matt, Charlie John operates on Facebook on a name called Run. One of his Facebook handles is Run Grano. And this man takes pleasure in following people around with cameras. Once you are opposition or you are a member or something. But I've given him his warning, and I'm hope he's listening this morning, because I'm one of the people who had encounters with him in Barbados in the departure lounge in Liat. So, Charlie John, please be guided accordingly as well. We shall meet again. Have a good morning.
Hello, talk to me. Hello.
Mr. Peltier.
Yes.
Blessings to you, my brother. The Honorable Mr. Linton, blessings to you, sir.
Thank to you, sir.
I give thanks. I want the listening public to listen carefully. Knowing how diabolical and sinister Roosevelt, Skerritt, and the rest are, I hope they're not going to take that warning and neutralize Charlie John and go and arrest Mr. Linton or the brother who just called. Because all of a sudden, somebody's asking for...
My brother, let me explain something to you. A couple of years ago, the police sent, the police authority sent officers to my home to search for documents to claim that I was the one who would leak Mr. Skerritt's confidential IPO information to the public domain. They came, I cooperated. They have found and have concluded that Anthony Astafan is the one who leaked the documents into the public domain, and then Mr. Skerritt collaborated with him to say he gave him permission to leak Mr. Skerritt's information, but they were trying to jail me for it. My brother, that is one example on the record. It is not happening again. Okay? It is not happening again.
Thank you. Yes, blessings.
You there with me? And
yes.
the matter died there, Matt? And
Yes.
Mr. Linton?
Yes, it died there. It died there. But let them not believe that they're going to accept instructions from Tony Astafan to come to my home, or from Lennox Lawrence to come to my home to do anything without retaliation. It's not happening again.
Don't get vexed, Mr. Linton. Let me tell you, let me pull your shirt so you can cool down. Let me tell you, Matt, and the listening public, I have the documentary, they have a documentary having to do with Adolf Hitler with his Reichstag fire, when he burned his own presidential building and started arresting and disappearing opposition members. And I know by any means necessary Roosevelt Skerritt want to stay there. And I'm telling you, they're aided and abetted by priests and pastors, lawyers and judges. And my brother, we don't even know what we're up against. So let us watch the whole thing play out, my brother. Because a lot of people who support it, the day they will want to rise up against it, they will be the victims of the monster they have created. Have a blessed day. I'm listening.
All right, we're going to take one final phone call and wrap it up this morning there. We haven't a stop this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes.
And good morning to my opposition leader, the best.
Good morning, good morning.
Matt, let me tell you something. Lennox Linton is from Marigot, son of the soil. And everybody who take out their jacket and come to Dominica, like some of them that took him to court and some of them that is right now following him to take his picture and everything. What happened? They want Lennox to leave his country and run away? That will never happen. Lennox, keep the fire burning in Marigot, and all of us will stand in. Listen, thank you.
Thank you too. This call again, yes. Another minute and we'll wrap it up. For 493095996 and 97. Yes. Yeah. Are you there, caller?
Yes.
Yeah.
Morning, Matt.
Yes.
Yes, and morning to Mr. Linton and morning to your listeners.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yes, Matt, I certainly want to thank Mr. Linton for his participation in your program this morning. This is the type of leadership that we are really looking for. Firm, forthright, and determined. Matt, as a former policeman, just bear me out, please. I need to really send a warning to the Commissioner of Police and other ranks. Matt, I've always respected law enforcement, and I've always respected laws of all countries. But, Matt, I believe it is totally inappropriate, reckless, and dangerous for the Commissioner of Police, who takes an oath to uphold the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica, to protect and serve the people, Matt, to be threatening the people. And Matt, I know Mr. Carbon, but the scripture says evil communication corrupt good manners. And I do not know the gentleman to be so. And what I'm hearing in his utterances in recent times, Matt, it is totally unacceptable. And I'm really calling on other senior ranks in the police force, to advise the good brother that the citizens of the Commonwealth of Dominica have rights. Dominica is a free country. Skerritt has said it is too free, but probably it is too free, that's why he's traveling so much. But Dominicans have rights in their country, and his responsibility is to protect those rights. Now, Matt, it has become a situation where the government has been very brutal. And it's just a matter of time for us to see how lethal this government can be. Matt, what do the people do? What is left for the people? And Matt, we have countless instances where justice has been denied to ordinary to citizens of Dominica. Matt, we have the gun Emmanuel. And we know in law, justice delayed is justice denied. Matt, what do the people do when they cannot get justice in their own country?
Of course, I need to wrap you up there this time, and you will continue talking. But I'm sensing a new Lennox Linton with a new tone.
Well, Matt,
is that true?
You know what, Matt?
Am I sensing this?
Well, yeah, but you see, Matt.
Enough is enough.
I represent decent people. I represent decent, dignified people in the Parliament of Dominica who have sat back for years and waited patiently for their legitimate expectations to be met. These legitimate expectations are not being met. Instead of meeting them, you have a government that now wants to reduce their concerns to some plaything in the pageantry of Labour Party politics in Dominica, that they can just do and say what they want, and it doesn't matter how legitimate the concerns are. They find ways to dance around it and to send us on the merry-go-round, and we are saying that enough is enough. Enough is enough in the sense that this medical facility that we need at Marigot, the government agreed or told us they agreed on it more than a year and a half ago. It's almost 2 years now since they agreed on it. And now people want to tell us that because we say we want the hospital now, that we've been unreasonable. They have been unreasonable in trying to string us along for 2 years, telling us we were going to get a new hospital. It is not a hospital for the villages of Marigot alone, you know. It's a hospital and a medical facility for Crayfish River in the Carib territory, all the way down to Calibishi. It includes all the Kalinago territory and Wesley and Palm Tree and Woodford Hill and Calibishi and Marigot and Concord. But it also critically includes responsibility for the accident and emergency, the trauma care needs of the national airport at Melville Hall. And we will not be strung along any further in this process. Anywhere else in the world, Matt, the minister who is on record with that disgraceful level of performance in terms of moving the new Marigot Hospital forward would have either resigned or he would be fired. But in Dominica, he can remain there and parade his incompetence before our eyes as though it's a badge of honor. What nonsense is that? And Kenneth Darrow is coming to talk about mischief. The mischief has been your incompetence and non-performance in the last 18 months as minister responsible for health, ignoring the vital needs of 25% of the population and the accident and emergency care needs of the national hospital. That national airport, that is the mischief we're talking about. Don't come and put it on us. We're decent people. We believe in truth and righteousness and justice. Don't take that for granted.
Mr. Lennox Linton, God bless you. God bless you, Chip. God bless you.
Are you on the go in the USA and need to listen to your favorite radio station in Dominica? You can simply call 1-605-562-5302 in the USA free of charge if you have unlimited minutes. No data, no internet, no app needed. You heard right. Freely dial 1-605-562-5302 in the USA with unlimited minutes and tune into Q95 FM radio all the way in Dominica. You can listen to their 24-hour programming in the USA on your phone by dialing 1-605-562-5302. Have 1-605-562-5302 on your speed dial today. Call 1-605-562-5302 in the USA to listen now and at any time with unlimited minutes. 1-605-562-5302.
If you're the one paying for college, shouldn't you be spending your hard-earned money on an associate degree that is internationally recognized and does not cost you a fortune? That's right. Right now, you can earn a fully accredited and internationally recognized CXC or CAPE associate degree with Lit Institute for much less than what it costs to study abroad or anywhere in Dominica. Degrees available in business, economics, accounting, entrepreneurship, information and communication technology, law, natural sciences, environmental science, and tourism. So do yourself a favor and get the CAPE Advantage. Register anytime before June the 30th and qualify for even lower tuition. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead. Call 276-8548 or 440-3257 or email lidinstitute@hotmail.com or visit www.lidinstitute.dm. The Lid Institute CAPE Advantage. A better degree, a better life.
Something interesting is taking place in the Kalinago territory. Pretty soon, we're talking about this right now. Second annual Horseback Ridge half marathon. Saturday, July 2nd. At the Salibet Primary School, Kalinago territory. So they refer to it as the Mayhew Nicholas Foundation. Presenting the second annual Horseback Ridge half marathon. Gentleman in studios that will introduce himself. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
It's a super good feeling to be at Q95 this morning.
All right, a super good feeling. I like that. To be at Q95. What's your name?
My name is Neville Nichols. Actually the son of Mayle Nichols from the Kalinago territory. A middle and long distance athlete. Currently based in Antigua though. So what has happened is that I'll just give a brief overview of what the Mayle Nichols Foundation is about. The Mayle Nichols Foundation was launched in November of 2014, and that was after I realized that there was a need for a more competitive and a better standard of sport in general. Bearing in mind that the Mayle Nichols Foundation is not an athletic or a running foundation, it is a sports foundation. It is designed to support particularly the upcoming athletes in all the different disciplines through the academic support and their support in discipline.
So what will actually happen on that day, July 2nd?
July 2nd has become a date on the calendar because it's the only half marathon in Dominica, and it was launched in July of 2015. It goes over the Horseback Ridge. Hence the name, the Horseback Ridge Half Marathon. It's a very scenic view. On the western side, you can see the Blackmore Highway, the Concord River running over that way. It's early in the morning at 5:30. You start off from the Salibia Primary School, and going over there, you will meet a bit of fog and that kind of stuff on the
road here.
On that ridge. You run through the entirety of partially of the Kalinago territory, because it starts from the Salibia Primary School and it goes down to Bataka over the Horseback Ridge. On the eastern side, you see the views of the Jolly John Memorial Park, and the main villages of the Kalinago territory itself.
Is there a cost to that?
There is not really a cost to it. What we have is a contribution in the form of a registration fee, where the half marathon in itself is designed for only adults who are 18 years and over, and it is $50. What we try to do is to accommodate persons who are into their fitness setting, but doesn't want to go through, because the half marathon is a 13.1 mile, and they don't want to go through the 13 miles. So we have included a 10 kilometer and a 5 kilometer, all complemented by a walk over the same distance. Similarly, we have included a 3 kilometer, which is designed for the ages of 5 to 15 as an early introduction to what that art of running and to gain interest. And that too has a walk attached to it.
Okay. And then you have something else? Because I see 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and then we see 3.
Right.
But you've spoken about 2.
The 10 kilometer starts, all the event starts and finishes at the Salibia Primary School. And for those persons who are not aware, the Salibia Primary School is currently based in Sensi, right now, but it is still in the Salibia Primary School. But all the events start and finish at that location. The 10-kilometer road race, it would go down to Bataka and come back. It's what we call a circuit race.
Okay.
The 5-kilometer would go down to Crayfish River and come back, and the 3-kilometer go into Point and come back.
Okay.
So spectators, we encourage people to come out and support the athletes on the road. You will see them passing, you need to cheer them on and encourage them. And the spectators, they do have a second chance of seeing the athletes passing on the road during the event.
So a lot of people are showing interest thus far?
Well, the inaugural event took place in July 2015, July 11 to be exact, 2015.
Right.
And we had a total of 19 persons participating. To date, we have equalized that. To date, and we still a few days away. I would say more than over a week away.
Right. So you still have a chance for some persons to register.
Yes, registration is open, and you can find the registration forms on the Mail Nichols Foundation Inc. Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Mail Nichols Foundation. I encourage persons to like and share the page, invite their friends and family to do the same.
So it's not a race just open to Kalinago people?
No, it's not.
All right, let's make that clear.
No, it is not a race open it is not restricted to Kalinago people. It is Dominica, it is the regional, and we're going international. We actually have an athlete from St. Thomas who is coming in. She should be in later this week for that event, to participate in that event. We do.
Will there be trophies and awards?
Right. I was just going to touch on that. What we have done, we designed it in a format that it is not a competition where if you see two top athletes in the event, you say, "Hey, I'm not going to win. I'm not coming." We try to encourage fitness and to support the athletes, support the youths and that kind of thing. So what we have implemented is that every person who completes the event receives a medal. So you receive what we call a finisher's medal. The overall person who comes in first from the half marathon will receive a trophy, stated with the name and the year of the trophy on it. But every person who participates is going to go home, who completes the event is going to go home with their medal.
All right. So you get a medal at the end of the exercise there. Anything else you want to add before you go?
Well, we're in the process. We do try to adapt the international standards, which provide medical assistance on the route in case somebody get a cramp or develop something that we didn't expect. We provide that kind of assistance until the professionals can get there. We also have water station every 2 to 2.5 miles in interval to assist the athletes in hydration. We have on hand Gatorade and water. We also have the police escort for the route, and we have our support unit on the road, which will be driving the road thoroughly to ensure that if somebody develops a cramp and they cannot go further, they can get in the vehicle and be transported to the end. So basically, we have all those ends covered, and we're working at it. You can get a registration form in a Word format on the Mail Nichols Foundation Facebook page. You can also get access to it via the Ross University running team Facebook page. All you do, you download it. There's an email address, which is the Mail Nichols Foundation at gmail.com. You download it, you fill it in, and you email it back to that email address. We will receive it. We'll put your package together, which includes your T-shirt, your bib number, and those kind of things to prepare you for your event. So when you get to the event, as you get there, you will also be sent a receipt. So as you get there, you will have a number on it. You just present that number, and your package will be issued to you immediately. So we try to get all that in place so everything moves smoothly and we can start on time. The timing of the event is very important, as all of all of us, we are aware that the sun comes up very early these days, and we try to keep people out of the sun in doing that thing. So at that point, we have the half marathon rolling off at 5:30 sharp.
It must be very cool at that time in the
very,
territory.
very. I have had several runs at that time this for the past 10 days that I've been here, and it's a really good feeling. Your lungs really suck it up in, and you feel that energy, the early morning energy, and that kind of stuff. The 10 kilometer is scheduled to go off at 6:15. The 5 kilometer will go off at 6:30, and the 3 kilometer will go off at 7 o'clock. And the reason behind those time frames is that only adults do the half marathon. They are likely to be able to wake up earlier, but it's not just that. The half marathon is going to take an average time of about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And by the time that all these other events go off, everybody's almost going to come back at the same time within the 2 hour span.
Right.
So when they get in, when on the return, we're not going to have to wait like for a whole 10-15 minutes before this other set comes in. We want everybody coming so we can shut down the road at a good time, and we want to make everybody happy. There'll be lots of snacks and refreshment at the finish line. A lot of right now we have a photographer who is going to be on hand to shoot the entire event, so you will be featured via social media and of course most likely the television.
Well, I just want to tell you, I wish you blessings on the second annual Horseback Ridge Half Marathon to take place in Kalinago Territory, Saturday, July 2nd, 2016. I want to say, best of luck.
Thank you very much, and I have to say thank you to the staff of Q95 FM for accommodating me this morning. I mean, it's a very good event. It's in its second year. It's showing some growth, and we encourage persons. Get your workplace, your colleagues, form a team, wear a brand of T-shirt or something, and come and show support. That's what we're looking for.
Thank you, my
very
brother.
much.
Thank you.
All right.
The people of Kalinago Territory, good morning to you. Banky Banks again. Expect him about lunchtime at the big station.
A dozen footsteps on the floor. I'd reach across to turn the key. 6 policemen over me. Now what do you want, Inspector? You and your boss. What do you want, Inspector? I'm looking for drugs. It started at a whiskey party. Inspector's wife won't let me be. It started at a whiskey party. Inspector's wife slipped out to me. He read the warrant of the Queen, a document I'd never seen. Each word a jar of whiskey froth. It hit my face, it hurt my heart. Now what do you want, Inspector? You and your box. What do you want, Inspector? Looking for Joe.
know, Karen is a lady that loves really smooth music in the morning. And she says, man, can you play me something nice before we start out this morning? I heard your request, Karen. I heard it. She's so in love, isn't she?